What is going on, guys? It is ChosenTCG here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a Frog Monarch deck. I haven't really seen this deck played too much in the recent formats, but I definitely think that this deck, I guess it's still kind of like a contender at a regionals level, because I feel like this deck itself, it loses to like uh, what is it called? Effect Veilers a lot. But the fact that you can get out, light and darkness, like you can get out all these big monsters, it makes your opponent like sweat a lot. You keep clearing their field, you stop them from doing whatever it is they're doing, and you have battle faders to defend. I feel like this deck is just by itself good. So as always, the full deck list will be in the description below. If you want to go check it out, and make sure you check out my channel. Go thumbs up this video, leave a comment below if you have anything to say, and subscribe to my channel. So let's kind of get started. I have built this deck various other times in the previous formats. I think at one point there was a point where this deck was being played a lot at regionals and I think YCSs as well. And so let's get started. So we got 3 Dupe Frogs, and then we have the 3 swaps, 2 Treeborn, and then 2 Rodintodin. So 10 frogs, pretty standard. I think some people run 3 Treeborns. You can run 3 if you want. I have here just randomly here. And then pretty much your goal is to get the swap frog by discarding a water monster, special summon it, and then using its effect to pretty much send one level 2 or lower monster from your deck to your graveyard. So pretty much you get this, you get this guy out, and then you get the Treeborn in the grave, and then you start getting your Treeborn back on the field, and then you just go for a light and darkness, or not light and darkness, just all your tribute fodders. Pretty much Dupe Frog is there to search out pretty much I think it can search out any frog here except itself. Yeah, so when it's sent to the field, from field to the graveyard, you can add any frog, but you can't get Rodintodin because Rodintodin is not a frog. So yeah, I'm running 2 Rodintodins. Pretty much, you just remove from play 1 frog, and then you get the special summon this card. It's extra tribute, so it's great. And then we got the Monarch lineup. We got 3 Caius, 2 Raiza, just very standard. I was actually thinking of playing Mobius, but hell no, people are running Starlight Road. And then I think I was going to run the Stalos. I don't really want to play that just because there's Dark World running around. And then there's also Grand Monarch, and I think it's like the other Dark Monarch that remove some play stuff. I didn't want to play those, but these are very standard. I got 3 Light and Darkness Dragon. I used to play 1, and then used to play 2, and then now I think, you know what, people are right. 3 is definitely the best option for this deck, just because you get this guy out, your opponent pretty much can't do anything until well, you pretty much waste all your opponent's resources, and then it's like, they waste 3 cards for pretty much my 1 card, or 2 cards depending on what you tribute it, and if you keep dropping it and you pretty much keep using the resources, they'll eventually lose. Now we got Gorz double track, the extra defense along with the 3 battle faders, pretty much the only defense of this deck. You don't really run any traps, as most Frog Monarchs probably won't. And then I use a 1 Vanity's Fiend. Depending on the meta, this card is really good. Your opponent can't special summon. Most of the time, your opponent pretty much has to waste a lot of different cards just to get rid of it. It's a good card overall. 1 sacrifice, and then 1 Darkness Spirit. It's probably the MVP of this deck. I feel like this card is just so unfair. You pretty much just go, okay, Darkness Spirit. Do you have Bottomless? Do you have Warning? If you have Warning, if you have Bottomless, okay. But if you don't, then you pretty much can use it over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it's just so unfair. So yeah, 1 Maxx C, 1 Veiler, just hand traps, kind of staple, and then Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Mirror, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, and Monster Reborn, just staples, and then Foolish to get your Treeborn, speed up the deck, get the Rodintodin, and then 2 Soul Exchange to pretty much stop your, sorry, what is it called? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, to pretty much say no to XYZs and Synchros. It's actually a really mean card because you pretty much get rid of their like log, or what's a big card? photon strike bouncer, and then you tribute it, and then you get out your Monarch. It's a really mean card. Only downside is you can't attack, which is fine. And then 3 econ, probably the best card in this deck because it combos so well with Treeborn. And if you don't really care about like let's say Battle Fader, you can use that too. You can use it with Dupe Frog too because you get to activate its effects, pretty much a Sangan. And then you got the 1 creature swap, pretty much attack. I don't know like if it's used a lot in Frog Monarchs before, but I find it to be pretty good. Give them your Treeborn and you get their big monster. It's really awesome. And then we got the 2 Spiritual Water Owl. I was like, this isn't a good card. But the thing is, if you guys don't know, when Treeborn comes back during the standby phase, if you use a card like Enemy Controller or Spiritual Water Art, it actually comes back again. So there's really like no like. It's pretty much like a free +1, and you get to see your opponent's entire hand. So it's pretty much a trap dust shoot. And then let's see. So other cards to consider, like Obelisk or End of Anubis. There's also other cards that you can dig up that you can find as tributes. You can also use like Jinzo, or I can't think of any right now, but those are the cards other cards you could use. So you got the extra deck. I don't really use too much of the extra deck, but I do. I guess occasionally bring out maybe a level 2 Gachi Gachi if for some reason I have like a rodent, or because I have a swap frog or maybe a extra G1 frog and I just want to go Gachi Gachi or go with the Augusto Phoenix. But pretty much any level 2s or rank 2 exceeds or level rank 6 exceeds. I don't really think I've ever used the exceed deck like regularly. I pretty much, whatever it is, I feel it's good at the time, I'll get it out, because really there's actually no way of using an exceed deck, because even if you get 2 Monarchs out, I don't want to go for a big, a photon strike bouncer. I would rather just keep those Monarchs and keep attacking, and most of the time your field's not even going to be sustained long enough for you to tribute a Monarch and then tribute another Monarch next turn, and then your 3rd turn you're gonna go XYZ. No, it doesn't really happen. So that's pretty much it for the I guess Frog Monarch deck. I don't see a lot of people playing this anymore, but you definitely can go try this deck out. I think it is a little pricey just because Lad or there's no price on Lad right now. Well, Lad I think is at least $5 to $10, and the Monarchs are $5. Wow, this is 50 cents. Well, okay. So the Monarchs themselves, I'm pretty sure people have Raizas and Caiuses, but overall, it's a pretty budget deck if you don't consider the Lad, and because you don't really need an extra deck, that's why it could be probably built less than $40–50 if you go out and buy some singles. So yeah, everything is probably common, most of the cards. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go leave a comment below, thumbs this video up, and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, see ya.